When people describe me as a photographer, I feel like that's partially accurate. Mostly what I'm doing is interfacing with people, and the camera gives me the opportunity to get people to stop so I can connect with them. My name is Dijon. I'm a street photographer from San Francisco. This is my Flickr moment. Souls of San Francisco is a street photography project that I started in 2011. It consists of me walking around and taking pictures of people and sharing our interaction with my community online. Starting Souls of San Francisco was definitely interesting because I was very nervous, I didn't really know how to approach people on the street. One thing that was definitely challenging was seeing all the suffering that exists on the street. You're constantly interfacing with people that are in dire situation or need help, or doing drugs or whatever it is, and that can just be really overwhelming. You want to help people, but you can't just give money to everybody, and you just don't know how to deal with that. But I learned people are less concerned with what you're doing, and it's more about how you interact with them. I can just give people a compliment and smile at them, and then usually that's enough to make them smile back and kind of open up. Then we can start to have like a real connection. I remember encountering this woman who was dressed in a purple headband, and she was just very vibrant. I asked her what was one of her favorite things about herself, and she told me she was strong and courageous and resilient. She had recently been kidnapped for about 18 months, and she was held hostage in a basement and beaten and raped and all this stuff. And I just couldn't believe that was actually something that happened to people. And even being that was her situation, she told me she had recently escaped and she was now working to create a nonprofit. And just her presence when engaging with me was so powerful because she wasn't a victim. She wasn't scared that I was talking to her even though I was a stranger. She was just kind of radiant. You could feel her power. So that's very inspiring, and I have encounters like that all the time. I've been doing Souls of San Francisco for 4 years. Maybe 6 months to a year ago, it expanded to Souls of Society. At this point, the community is 150,000 people in 45 countries. The idea is that there will be somebody in 1,000 cities all over the world doing the same type of work that I'm doing, and it'll be a much bigger network of people focusing on their own communities. When people engage with Souls of Society, I want them to feel connected, to recognize that we're all on this journey together.